So I'm a little bit upset because I filmed this video yesterday, but as I realized, you could probably tell in the last video, it kind of abruptly ended in video number 6. It's because my microphone died and ran out of battery. So we're going back at number 7 today. I'm a little bit sick, so pardon me if my voice sounds a little gritty or nasty, but we're going to get after it. Number 7 is sex represents a sacred energy exchange. So a lot of my life, everything I actually did was in order to try and get sex. I started out at a young age thinking that sex was really bad, thinking it was the wrong thing to do. Growing up in a very Christian, background and family that taught me, no sex before marriage and all that. So I was actually the one guy in the friend group before high school that was like, yeah, I want to stay a virgin, when all my friends were like, seriously, bro? You're not going to have sex? And I was like, no. The funny thing is, I actually was the first one to have sex out of all of us. But because of, some of that misunderstanding and just like not really knowing what my values were, I slipped into having sex. And I didn't even want to the first time, actually. I thought I got the girl pregnant even though I didn't come, and like it was just like crazy. It was intense. And then afterwards I bought her Plan B and all this shit, like, and it was just crazy, you know what I mean? Like I've slept with a lot of women after that and realized that, like, after my bender and, hooking up with like a lot of women in 1 month, like probably over 20 women in 1 month, it was like, this is like not doing anything for me. For one, I'm drained because I'm waiting up every night to like see what they're doing, see if they want to come over, or I'm going out on dates and they're late and they're fucking like just draining my energy because I'm like basically doing everything so I can have sex with them. And like, it's really shallow to say, but I just want to be honest, like this is where I was. And after doing that for like a month and a half, like I say in the book, it's just like I hit this wall of like, this is what I've wanted my entire life. This is what I've done everything for, was like for the approval of women. And now I have it, and it's really not fulfilling. Like, I'm so drained. I'm tired. I'm freaking waking up with a headache. My eyes hurt, like I'm not 100% at the gym or in anything that I'm doing. It's taking up so much of my time and really draining my vital energy, as well as like I was really freaking emotional during the time. Like I suddenly, for some reason, like I just had all these emotions. And what I realized is sex is a spiritual transfer. I realized this afterwards, after I had, slept around a lot. And what I wish I would have understood beforehand, which is kind of like what they're trying to teach you at church, but they don't necessarily do the most spiritual job of explaining it. They just say, sex is not good before marriage or whatever. But instead, if they explained like sex is a sacred energy exchange. Basically, we are spiritual beings, right? At our core, at our most depth, our deepest level, we are spiritual beings. But before that, we have our soul and our body. And so sex basically penetrates all the way down to the spirit. And if you don't realize when you're doing that, you can end up with, STDs, which is like a physical problem. You can end up with emotional ties to people, soul ties, which is, that soul level. So because sex penetrates all the way down to the deepest of our depths in our spirit, it's a very important thing to understand and not misuse, which I've misused a lot of my life, and I have to be honest about that. But now that I understand this, I can channel that energy in a different way and understand that sex is tied with creativity, and they have direct relation and correlations through our sacral chakra, which I speak of in that meditation video. So hopefully you can begin to channel that energy in a different way and maybe change your view and your values on sex. But with that said, if you could go down into the community section and write a comment about your current beliefs on sex and maybe what you learned from this video, and then how that's going to shift your beliefs about sex. And through doing this, the hope is to open, up some of those subconscious blocks that we carry that maybe we don't even know about, that will free you up to enjoy your life more, but then also rechannel that energy in a different direction. So thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.